Hey everybody, what's going on today? We're chilling with the Uncle Roy, aka Daddy Roy, aka Fuck Roy, if you guys remember that era. But remember his GT4. Look, you guys can see this thing is banging. Yo, Roy, tell us about the car, bro. It's been a long time since it's been on the channel. Well gone, and appreciate you wearing the sweater. So what's going on? Tell me about this bad boy.
2020 GT4 718. It's got pretty much almost every option except for the PDLS Plus and the carbon ceramic brakes. Most of the options are pretty much in the interior. Just use the interior for being kind of messy, but this car has 45,000 kilometers.
Yeah, it's just about to hit it.
Didn't hit it yet.
Not yet. As soon as you get out there.
Obviously, it has the carbon bucket seats, the 918 seats.
Yeah. Ooh, didn't notice that.
Yeah.
Oh wow, that's fucking sick.
The red stitching, the red contrast, everything. Red line on the steering wheel, white dials, white sports chrono, carbon trim, carbon illuminated door sills.
Yeah.
I think it's called satin orange wheels. Technically, it didn't come with the car. I had black ones, but I swapped it with another one.
It looks really good with this. What is it? Bronze or gold?
It's called, I think, satin orange. So it's more gold. The problem with them so carbon ceramics, there's no brake dust, so they'll stay clean. Steel brakes, there's crazy brake dust, so they stay black.
Yeah. Like they'll be like clean for like what, a few minutes of
literally like that's why I clean them once a month, and whatever happens.
Yeah.
Yeah. What else is in this car? I think that's what. But I think it might be. I know there's somebody in Toronto that just hit 40,000 kilometers.
Really? So you may be the highest.
He's gonna pass me. I know he drives like nonstop. So
you may be the highest one right now in Canada.
Right now, I'm definitely the highest one in Canada. Maybe North America. I don't know. But
that's crazy.
There's a blue one that's gonna pass me probably in the next week or two.
Oh man! Well, if you do another trip to the States, he's been. How many times have you actually taken this car to the States?
Twice. Once trips to California, drove it back.
That was a pretty crazy experience.
2 months ago, I just drove it to Connecticut and back.
Oh man, yeah, it's crazy, man. He's always like, Roy back in the day had the Bentley. This guy always has sick cars, always in his hands. Like he's like getting all these cool Porsches. Like what's like some of the Porsches you've been driving lately?
993 Carrera RS, 997 GT3 RS, GT3 Touring. What's my driving? 991 GT3 RS, GT2 RS.
Yeah, just a little bit of everything, a little bit of all the Porsches, man. That's sick. And man, this car is so beautiful. How everything is on it. It's a perfect car, you know. A little 911 into a GT4. It's just everything's sick about it. The front end of it, it's obviously nice. I remember when these cars first came out, I wanted to buy one. Honestly, any car that's been coming out in the last few months, or the last few years, I want to buy it. But this one was particular. I remember speccing it on the Porsche website. I think it was going for 137.
Yeah, the MSRP of this is about 138. So
yeah.
Similar.
Oh man, yeah. And when it came out, I fell in love with it. And it was like, it was the best bang. It was a small little car that you can just fucking have the same power from a regular 911. Yeah, this car is really cool. Like, it's perfect. Obviously, the GT4 RS is it's a whole different car. What do you think about that car?
So it's a very good car and very powerful and very fast. The only issue that I have with it is it's only manual.
Yeah.
500 horsepower. I personally don't think it's fast enough to need. I mean, it's only automatic. I don't know.
It's only
automatic.
Yeah.
500 horsepower. I don't think it's fast enough to only need an automatic. I think as long as they would have thrown the same gearbox as this car in that car, would have been very good. Not the gearbox from the new GT3, because honestly, I really don't like that.
Yeah.
But
I don't think it's as fast as that on that.
Yeah. So like, I don't know if the PDK is going to justify how fast the car is. I mean, when you drive a GT2 RS, you really need that PDK. But 200 horsepower less, you might not really need it. It might give you just more driver feel if it was a manual. But nevertheless, it's going to be a crazy weight effort. It's a mid-engine, not rear engine. It's got the 911 power, so it's more balanced and has the same speed.
So what do you think about this car? Is there anything we change differently from this car, from your generation?
I don't know. I like the way it is. Like, from the way I drive it is perfect. It's not... I would say it could have a bit more drama to it. Yeah. But with how much I drive it, like, I like that it's not too hard to drive, and everything's kind of pretty convenient and practical, that I can drive this thing 45,000 kilometers in a year and a half. But if I were to drive it once in a while, I'd maybe make it sound a little bit better.
Yeah, of course.
A little more dramatic, but for the way I use it, I think it's perfect.
Perfect. And how many kilometers have you put in the car so far?
So I got it with 1,700.
And how many years? This is your second year of ownership? Or
no, I'm not at 2 years yet.
Guys, this guy is driving like, wow. I can't believe that. That's honestly like, well, it's been no maintenance problems. Like, how's the maintenance?
Oil changes.
Just basic stuff. How about brakes? Have you done any?
I haven't had to replace any brake pads or anything. Just like brake fluid.
So just the fluids, pretty much.
alignment,
Yeah.
swans.
Wow. So it's a great, reliable.
Yeah, I think in the summer I might have to do spark plugs.
Okay.
But-
Yeah, about 50. You hit about 50,000 by then. So.
Yeah. So that's,
Wow, it's perfect then. Like
yeah.
you
And
couldn't
I
actually
still have
anything.
probably 20,000 kilometers left on the brakes, tire. I have the original tires that came with the car in my house.
Yeah.
They're Dunlop, something like a Cup 2 equivalent.
Yeah.
But because I drive so much and I drive in the rain, even now it's a bit cold, I bought the Michelin 4Ss because they're still aggressive for the road, but they're a lot more usable in cold temperatures and they last a lot longer. So
It's sick, man. So I think let's go take out for a rip and see what it sounds like. It's honestly like you guys can see it's perfect. I'm so happy for this guy. Like when he told me he got this car, I was super happy for him because he worked so hard, and to have something like this because we went from the Volvo
C30. I still have this.
Yeah, he still has his first whip, and along with a few other cars, but like this one is his best one. This was like this is what this one made Roy. This is what when you look at Roy, everybody know about Daddy Roy. He has a lot of jokes on the Facebook groups saying this is GT3 RS and such. Everybody, he's getting people mistaking him for other cars. It's awesome. Like I love how everything is on him. You guys can see his stuff here. But anyways, we're gonna go for a little rip and then see what's up. All right, guys, we're inside the GT4. We're going for a little rip. Honestly, this car's actually, it's like I said, it's oh yeah, get that nice rumble. Honestly, it's a perfect car. Like for what you need to be this nice size. You're not getting the full weight wise because it's much way lighter than 911. Correct?
Yes,
right?
I don't know the exact number, but it's significantly lighter, and it's more balanced because it's mid-engine.
Yeah.
So it just handles a little bit better. There's no weight behind you, kind of dragging you around.
What's the fastest you've done in here?
Well, to be fair, it wasn't in Canada, so I can't kind of say it. It was like 242.
Yeah, nice. 100% on the way to Connecticut,
No, it wasn't on the way to Connecticut. I can't confirm that. Maybe it was in Mexico, maybe it wasn't, but it wasn't. I can confirm that it wasn't in Canada.
Wow, all right. That's all that matters at the end of the day.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's honestly cool. That's sick, man. Like I think I've done 265 in the GTR, and then the fastest I've ever been was when Stephanie was driving the M5, and we'd hit 285. Like,
yeah, for me, like I wanted to do something because I've seen videos of these cars going like 311, but I wanted to do it. But the problem is where I was doing going fast, I was like legitimately like 5,000 kilometers away from home.
Oh,
so
yeah.
If something happens, it's just not a good situation.
You're definitely not.
I didn't want to
losing the car, lose your license, and then you have to fucking come back and get your car. And it's a big hassle. Sometimes it's not worth it.
Yeah.
But damn, that whine. I don't think you guys can hear it, but the whine is car. Oh, yes. Such a sick car. Everything about it. So, like I've said multiple times, it's a perfect car for daily use. You get that 911 power. Like I think it might be a little bit better than a 911 GT3.
I don't know than a GT3, but than a Carrera probably.
Than a Carrera? Okay.
GT3 is like
a whole different car.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. The new one is okay.
Mm-hmm.
The new one I find just feels too big and heavy. The one thing they did, 992 in general feels too big and heavy.
Yeah.
So to make up for it in the GT3s, they just made it so stiff to make up for the weight, which it worked in a way for handling, but just it's not a comfortable car.
No.
The manual on it is too numb, it's too soft. Like I know it's supposed to be a lot better for track, and I talked to someone who owns one who also has, a lot of other crazy cars.
Yeah.
And he even was telling me just so you can pretty much just throw it in gear. So like the way, and he literally asked me, he's like, do you shift slowly? I'm like, yeah, I do shift slowly. I like shifting slowly. He's like, and that's not what it's meant for. He's like, it's meant for you to literally throw it into gear.
And slam it,
so
right?
he's like, that's what the new gearbox is made for, but it's just, for me, it's not as enjoyable as driving something like this. Like,
yeah, you want to take your time and
feel everything. Like,
yeah,
it's just so satisfying.
100%. Like driving this car, you won't look back at any other. Like,
yeah, like this gearbox is so good.
Yeah, this. Man, is there anything you would do different with this car?
I like it.
Not even exhaust.
I don't want exhaust. Exhaust is nice once in a while.
Yeah, but it gets annoying.
Yeah, like so I had someone let me borrow a 992 GT3 with a sole exhaust with headers. Loudest car I've ever driven in my life.
Yeah.
And it was fun. It was fun because I had it for 2 days.
Yeah.
I felt bad driving that thing at night. I legitimately, I'm just feeling back. Everybody can definitely hear me. I can't do that. Like, for my car that I drive 45,000 kilometers, I can't.
No, it's true.
I need to be low key sometimes.
No, that makes sense. Like, It's only like I remember when I had the M5 tune, then it was doing like the purple stuff. It was cool for the first like few weeks, and after that it was just like it was more annoying than anything else.
Yeah.
And I get to like I'd rather leave a car stock, maybe downpipes and that's it. But you know, if that.
Yeah, exactly. It's nice for a little bit, but at the end of the day, I find that cars also last longer when you don't touch them. You just leave them the way they're supposed to be
100%.
done. Those services that are supposed to be done, the cars will last longer and they'll always feel new. This car's 45,000 kilometers, doesn't look like it.
And no problems at all. Just basic maintenance.
I don't fuck with it. I just do what needs to be done, and that's it.
Yeah, 100%. This is one of those ones where, and these cars in general are pretty reliable. Any issues or any recalls with anything like them, or?
No, I haven't had any recalls. No issues at all.
Okay.
Yeah, just literally regular servicing every 7,000 kilometers, 8,000 kilometers. Porsche says 15,000. I think that sounds like a little much.
Yeah, kind of a little bit too much.
So I do it every 7,000.
And obviously, when you're doing that type of maintenance on the vehicles, it benefits the car. It benefits you.
Yeah.
And benefits the whole experience of the car, to say.
Yeah.
So what do you think about
the brakes? You know, it's one thing I'll change. The steel brakes squeak like freaking crazy. It sounds like you need to replace brakes, but just how the brakes always sound.
Yeah.
It's like downtown. It's like everybody's just like
staring. I was like, what the hell? And then but the ceramic brakes. That's a whole.
No, ceramic brakes don't squeak. I feel
no, but I'm saying like that. Getting to ceramic brake,
option, and then if you got to replace them, it's like 20 or 30 grand.
Yeah.
So I can't do that.
No, not right now. Later on in life, you know. Yeah. But even that, it's just like it's a whole different game for even doing that. But yeah, man. Like I don't know what to say. What you guys say, man. But yo, you guys have to experience one of these cars. If you guys see on the road, you know, or see somebody, or you know somebody that has one of these cars, check it out. They're really cool cars. You're not seeing them as much more. You know, the new ones are not manual, are they?
They are. Well, there's 22. So I don't know if you can order 20. No, yeah, I think you can. So there's 2021 and 22. You can still order manual, but in late 2020 or in 2021 they introduced PDK, but it's still both. Just the RS is only PDK.
Oh, man, that's how it is when it comes to these cars, or the whole, I guess, whatever their decision. I don't know why they just don't continue making manual cars and keeping that lifestyle alive, because it's slowly dying every day with brands eliminating manual. And eventually, like, you know, this car is gonna be worth so much more money just the fact that it's manual.
Yeah, manual, and I heard the next Cayman and Boxster are gonna be electric. So then that's mid-engine, naturally aspirated manual, rear-wheel drive. It's literally it ticks every box.
Yeah. That sound, guys. Well, yeah, thank you, Roy. Thank you, Roy, for the ride, man. Honestly, I've been trying to check this car for the longest time. It's fucking so cool, man. 911. Honestly, I'm a huge 911 fan, man. Like driving that one in New York, and also being in this one, it's just like these cars are sick. They're super reliable. No wonder a lot of people get rid of GTRs or the R8s and to jump into the Porsche lifestyle, because they're really great cars.
Yeah, and you notice a lot. And Porsches used to be like the old person car, and now all the young people are the ones driving the Porsches.
Yeah. We're listening to this car for a little bit before we end it off, guys. One more question before I end up for it. What got you to pick this car? Like what got you into Porsche?
So originally the car I was looking on and I was pretty much set on was R8.
Yeah.
And then I kind of got pushed away from that because I started learning, like, not a new R8, it would have been like a 2014-15 manual. And then I started learning about the shocks kind of go on that. And
from from Tyler's, right?
No, not from Tyler's. When I was shopping for this, I started hearing about it. And I went to check out a few of them. And AC goes and it's engine out service. You got to do the carbon cleanup thing. There's too many things that it's not even maybe it'll go wrong. It's things that will need to be addressed, and they're a ton of money. And then I'm a big fan of seats. Like I need to have like good seats in the car. Like I love these like bucket seats. The more aggressive, the better. Yeah. And these seats sold me on the car.
100%. I didn't realize there were 918
seats.
Yeah, that's really cool. Okay, my brother. Thank you for the experience, man. Like this, actually, I'm so happy. Man, Porsche is where to go. Like I definitely want to have a Porsche as my next car, or a Bentley GT3R. You know, whatever comes first. But Porsche has always been on the list. Either a GT3 RS 991 or a 997 GT3 RS first gen.
Yeah.
Like those would be two cars. Definitely want us a Porsche as a manual car, because the experience of this car, it's gonna be insane. But anyways, guys, thank you very much for joining us. Thank you, Roy. You guys gotta obviously check out his Instagram, check out his YouTube. He's killing it. Content is proper on there, and he's gonna be probably the next like Stradman, but Stradman of Toronto, you know. So guys, stay tuned for him. Anyways, guys, have a great night. Peace.